Hi everybody, welcome to our Facebook Live tonight. A very impromptu session. Uh, and thank you to all of you who are joining us today. So do help us to like and share this video because we will be sharing some very useful information if you are planning or deciding to go to Bangkok or Thailand anytime soon. Uh, yeah, so during this Facebook Live session, I will basically be covering a few items. Number one will be touching on the new test and go scheme. They recently just changed the requirements on the 1st of March. So yeah, I will basically let you all know what are the new updates. And then I'll be inviting my friend, who you will see later, to join us to share with us her experience on her test and go hotel in December. Yeah, so in December, I also went to Bangkok, right? And then coincidentally, she also went there for a holiday trip. And then she booked another hotel, but she sort of met with an unpleasant experience from her hotel. So she would like to share with you guys like what are things to take note. And that is why I also want to tell you all how to actually book a proper test and go hotel. So you don't just anyhow book the cheapest hotel, but do book one which is more reliable, or perhaps it's an international brand or a Thai local brand, established Thai local brand. Yeah. So and then after that, after she shares her experience, I will basically be also introducing you some of the hotels which I stayed during my previous trip. Some of those which are good and reliable. Uh, yeah, which 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 is covering different areas in Bangkok as well. It's not only Pratunam. All right. So I will basically share with you which hotel is in which area and which area is you can find which hotel to stay. Yeah. So without further ado, once again, please help me to like and share this video. Okay, share it to more of your friends who love traveling to Thailand. Yeah. So let me see who is online. Hi Eddie. Hi Chef. Which chef is around? Hi Glenn. Uh, Hi Samuel. Hi Patrick. Hi Lily. Wow, how to pronounce sweet chai brand name. Ciao Kelvin. Hi Patrick. Hi Joe. Hi Jacqueline. Hi Jeffrey. Hi Alan. Hi Alex. Hi Agatha. Hi Maurice. Hi Mary. Hi Cindy. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, so the first thing, okay, let me type a banner lah. Let me then at least you can know what I'm talking about, right? So the first thing is the updated test and go scheme. All right. Let me. Okay. So the new test and go scheme, right? On 1st of March, they actually revised the requirements, and it's now much more easier to enter Thailand. And you don't need to do so many PCR tests anymore. All right. Yeah, so if you are thinking of booking a flight to Thailand, right, do make sure you have at least 3 to 7 days of time for your Thailand pass to be approved, right? Otherwise, you got no way to get it uh approved earlier. Okay, so to play safe, make sure you have at least 7 working days, yeah, before you fly into Thailand. All right, so let's now touch on the new requirements. Okay, so there are actually two different things which they changed. All right, so the first one is booking of hotels, right? So as all of you know, you have to book a SHA plus plus hotel. In prior to this, right, you have to book both day one and day five PCR tests. But now the latest is you just have to book the day one PCR test with the hotel, with the airport transfer, and also the self ATK test kit for day five. So on the day five, you no longer have to do any more PCR tests. All right. So meaning before you fly into Thailand, right, you have to do a PCR test in Singapore. Okay, do a PCR test in Singapore, and then once you fly into Thailand, then you have to, I mean, the hotel which you book, right, will actually arrange with you whether you do the PCR test in the hotel or the drive-through. Right, so there's a difference to this. This one I'll explain it later. So basically, you have to do a PCR test upon arrival in Bangkok, in your hotel or at the drive-through hospital. Okay, so this whole thing, right, basically comes as a whole package in your Test and Go hotel package. So inside package, you can find like day one stay, or which is a 24-hour stay with a PCR test, with a airport transfer. And then for airport transfer, right, there's also a difference. There is some hotels offering a shared airport transfer, while some is offering a private transfer. So it really depends on how your hotel is arranging it. And then, of course, you should get a self ATK test for day 5, which you do it yourself lah. You no need to go to any clinic or what to do any test. All right. So in case you didn't know, in Thailand they call it ATK. In Singapore, you call it ART. Okay. So it's basically the same thing lah. And then for next changes, right, will be the insurance. Okay, insurance is now no longer at the cap of 50,000 US $50,000. So you basically have to buy an insurance with coverage no less than US 20,000 for now. Okay, they basically lowered the requirements. If you want to know which are the links to book your hotels and the insurance, right? Okay, we actually have an article written already. You can go to ourmama.com slash, what's the address? Let me check. Slash SG-TH dash retail. So all the information is up there. I've actually updated the article, so it's now the latest information. Okay, so and by the way, if you are thinking of booking a VTL flight, okay, VTL flight only applies to Bangkok to Singapore. All right, it's not Singapore to Bangkok. Okay, so if you book, let's say if you fly with Singapore Airline, when you book the trip to Bangkok, right, there won't be any indication of VTL, but for booking of the flight back to Singapore, okay, there will be an indication of VTL. So there are flights which are VTL, while some are not. Okay, so you have to book properly. If you don't book the VTL flight, you come back, you got to do the, I think 7 days SHN, right? I don't know whether it's still applicable for that. All right, so make sure you book the VTL flight, okay, for the convenience. All right, so that is basically what you need to do before you apply for Thailand Pass. Okay, Thailand Pass takes 3 to 7 days for approval. And then, of course, basically you need to submit a lot of documents. Do make sure that whatever document you submit, right, must be in JPEG format. Okay, if you upload via PDF, you got to do an additional step to basically export it via JPEG. Okay, so what you require is basically a passport, certificate of your vaccination, which you can get from the SingPass Think Health Hub app. Okay, and then a confirmation booking, hotel confirmation, okay, for your day 1, and then of course your insurance. Okay, so you need all these things ready to go to Thailand. Okay, so yeah, it might sound very complicated, but it's actually quite straightforward. We have actually written down everything properly for you to see already. So next on the next section, we'll be inviting my friend. Okay, she will be coming on board to tell you guys about her unpleasant experience with one hotel in Thailand. We won't be sharing the hotel name, but yeah, you can just basically hear what is the unpleasant experience about. So I highly recommend you to listen and then book a proper hotel, which I will recommend after her sharing. Okay, so do stay tuned throughout this Facebook Live. This session will be very useful for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's invite my friend Hui En.
Hi,
Hi,
Wilbur.
Hui En.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Welcome to our Facebook Live.
Thank you. Thank you.
So if you actually watch our Facebook Live in December, right, I think you would have seen her before because we actually went to eat the Michelin street food J5 together. Yeah. So if
Yes,
you
yes.
watch that Facebook live, you would actually have seen her before. And then of course I also brought uh her and her husband to many good food around Thailand. Where we went J5, and then we went to Pattaya. Pattaya we also ate some good food.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
and then
introduced many local snacks, and
oh yeah,
then
true. Still got that video I haven't edit also.
we went to the night market.
Hmm.
Yes, in Pattaya, remember you did the Facebook Live with the night market?
Oh yeah, correct. After our good dinner.
Yes, so that was during the trip. But I guess at the start of the trip, we first have to do the first day self isolation in the hotel, right? So, like you say, we
Yeah.
arrived at Bangkok airport and then all was good. We took the bus, or rather the
So
van to
the van,
the,
right? The mini van.
yes. So it was a
So
van to the hotel.
is it
So
you
we were quite
alone?
lucky.
You
Me and my
alone,
husband.
or with also no other passengers lah?
Yeah, so we were quite lucky. So we arrived in on the SQ flight in the morning and we took the van to the hotel. So the airport process, I guess, is very smooth. You know, they are very, very
Hmm.
well managed. And then when we
Oh.
arrive at the hotel, okay, let's call the hotel K Hotel. Okay. So when we arrive in K
Okay,
Hotel,
hotel.
I guess that's where the nightmare started.
Hmm.
So first we were issued out of the van and quickly ushered into the room. And when we opened the door of the room, we basically got a shock. We did not expect the state to be like that. So, Wilbur, remember we were saying that for test and go, probably all the hotel carpets and floor will be covered with this plastic sheet,
Yeah,
this plastic
it's
surface.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if your hotel
So
is like, I think most hotel usually they have either carpet or the tiles, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and
So
so
actually for test and go rooms, I think they cover it with I don't know what to call that material, but it's actually a material that is easy for cleaning lah. Hmm.
it's where you use when you go picnic, right?
Really? Picnic got so good, man. I think even better than picnic.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, they cover. Let's just call it a plastic sheet, but the plastic
Hmm.
sheet was very dirty and it was torn. Okay, and then
Oh, yours was
to
dirty, ah.
I guess to save money, they tape it with masking tape. So you know it
Hmm.
really, I guess Singaporeans are quite well traveled, so it does not look pleasant at all. Okay, so never
Hmm.
mind, going to the hotel, and then we settle down in our room, check out. So there were a few red flags which we realized. So number one, the TV control wasn't working. Okay, these are maybe what you call minor things. But I think what's important is the phone needs to be working, which it was not, and the phone handle was covered with earwax. I think that is
Oh.
quite gross lah.
Oh
You know,
no, that's disgusting.
supposed to be a clean hotel, right? Since they are eligible for an SHA
Yeah.
plus hotel. But
Hmm.
okay, so that's quite disgusting. But the thing is, the phone you can't even call the reception. So imagine you don't know what's the Wi-Fi, you are stuck there for more than 12 hours. So we arrived at 9 plus and they said, okay, your PCR test. So we were not fortunate like you. We did not go through the drive-through PCR test. They came to our hotel
Hmm.
at about 1 p.m. and then they did the swab test and they say, okay, your result will only come out at midnight earliest. But the hotel say we
Wow.
are not allowed to leave the room until the following morning 9 a.m. Okay, so
Okay, basically,
basically you are just stuck there, right? And then you
that is
can't
actually
call
wrong,
out.
lah. I feel that is
Yeah,
wrong,
so
actually.
so basically we were stuck there, and then
Hmm.
TV not working, phone cannot call
Huh?
out. So how we managed to call you? You really have to use your mobile phone and dial an international number and call their reception, wasting
Wow.
your phone.
Roaming.
Yes. Okay, then okay, Wi-Fi sorted out. Then we went to the toilet now. There were clumps of hair in the shower, which
Oh
I
no.
think, yeah, for a 3 4 star
Hmm.
hotel, I think that
Actually, the
should
hotel
not
is
be the case.
three star or 4 star.
If I'm not wrong, it's 4. I don't think I would have booked a 3.
Okay. You book
But
via Agoda or any
yes.
platform or direct from the hotel?
So I booked from Agoda. The
Okay.
one good thing about Agoda, I guess, is they will include whether it's with the PCR test and the airport transfer. So
Mm,
it's convenient to book via Agoda. But I
mm,
understand from you also and all the posts that you do that now a lot of hotels you can just email them direct.
mm, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so the toilet. So the thing is, if you can't call them, if you run out of toilet paper, everything, you
No,
are
no
stuck
way
with
to
it.
get them right.
Yes. And then I guess the difference is also lunch and dinner. So they will come with a pack of like a 菜饭 bento set. But sorry, it's not sumptuous at all. It's a huge amount of rice, white rice, and 4 to 5 drumlets of chicken,
Okay.
and that's it.
Sounds pathetic.
Yes, that's it. And then
Mm. Was
so
it
that's for
delicious?
no, no, not at all. And sadly, it's not at all. And then
Mm,
okay, so the good thing is you can order Grab food in Thailand in Bangkok. The
yeah, it's
weird
cheap.
thing is when the food arrive, you have to go out of your room and go downstairs and collect.
Huh?
But the
You
thing
go down
is,
yourself?
you are on quarantine, right?
Yeah,
So
you
isn't
shouldn't
it
be
weird that
moving
you have to
around.
go down? Yeah. So
Mm,
good. So this K hotel is a bit weird in the sense that there's only a guard downstairs, and we were the only one in the hotel. So it's like,
mm,
yeah. So it wasn't too. Um, it was a bit weird. Like you want to call for help, but you don't know who to call for help. Like even Grab food, you have to go down and collect on your own and things like that. And then the
mm,
next morning, the next morning at 9 a.m., we thought they will actually come and bring your PCR test result to you, but no, so nobody came. So we just waited there, and then we didn't want to wait any more longer, so we actually went down, and someone was there, and then they just give us an envelope. And at that
mm.
time in December, apparently they are supposed to package it in such a way they will give you a self-test ART kit as well. They also forgot to give us.
Oh, so never give also.
No, so we actually intended to stay 2 nights at the hotel. So they said, okay, now you are released from
From
your
prison.
yeah, from your prison. We are going to bring you behind. So we're like,
Oh,
oh,
behind.
behind. Yes, behind.
Change another cell room.
So it's actually their condominium, which is
Oh.
like a service apartment like that. But
Mm,
to be honest, it was very dodgy. There was as usual no one there. The lift was small and dark, and when we went into the room, the only good thing I can tell you is the room is very spacious, but the area is just weird. There's a spooky
mm.
feeling. Yeah. So
Oh.
actually, to be honest, we didn't stay the night and we just checked out and left. I guess they also didn't care. We didn't even we forgot to return the key card as well and things like that. They also don't
Huh.
bother. Yeah, so I
Mm,
think learning from this, um, I guess we are all seasoned travelers. We really have to book a reliable hotel, be it like a big chain or like something reputable, which I'm sure your website has been showcasing
mm.
some of them.
Yeah,
I guess is
yeah.
to follow the RI Mark website and then we'll be safe. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think even the very basic thing whereby waiting of results, usually it should take about 8 to 10 hours for you to get your result. And after you get your result, you are free to go around. You shouldn't be like they shouldn't tell you like, hey, you should remain in this hotel until next day 9 a.m., which is
Yeah.
ridiculous lah.
So okay, so I mean maybe people might be wondering, so then why did I even book this hotel? So I went to
Okay,
Agoda,
why?
I read the reviews. So I think my
Mm.
mistake was the last review was pre-COVID days. That was
Oh, okay.
more than two,
Mm.
3 years ago. So I guess that was my mistake. I read the reviews and thought, hey, not bad. But I forgot to check the year. So
Mm.
I guess it has deteriorated over the last 2, 3 years. to
Yeah,
such a bad state. Yeah.
perhaps. Because during this pandemic, I think a lot of hotel actually closed during these 2 years. So I would have assume that your hotel actually like maybe just recently opened as well.
Yeah, but
Mm,
unfortunately we can't say the name. But
mm,
yeah, I guess we really have to read the reviews carefully, especially updated ones, at least 2021 and now 2022. Yeah.
yeah, true. I think yeah, end of 2021 and 2022. Yeah, so if you are planning to, I mean, both Agoda do they have a very good review system. So I think make sure you read the reviews properly. Of course, otherwise, then you would have to follow my recommendation, which I have stated lah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the safest choice.
Yeah. Because I mean, all of us want to go to Bangkok or Thailand to have a good time and not meet with such a unpleasant hotel. So yeah, that's why I actually invited my friend to share experience because I think all of you should really take the time and effort to book a proper hotel and don't let it spoil your whole trip. Mm.
Yeah, because your first 12 hours is basically there.
Yeah, you'll
And
be
then
stuck in the
imagine
hotel.
with lousy food and dirty hotel. I think yeah, it will make you doubt your trip also.
Yeah, lor.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think this applies to not only Bangkok. I think everywhere in Thailand. Do make sure you check properly lah. Let me see if there are any comments for you before you leave. Okay, wait is Hotel K 5 star? No, it's a 4 star
No.
hotel. And what hotel is that? We can't say the name. I think we also don't want to spoil their fun one. But it's a K hotel along a very long stretch of Thailand. A very popular name, start with S, which I also would say. If you know, you know lah.
Yeah, I just searched. It's according to Google, it's a 4-star hotel. But I think
Mm,
with my experience, I think maybe 1 star lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, when you arrive at the hotel, there's no reception to welcome you or do your check-in, right? I mean, they just bring you up straight to the room.
Yeah, I mean no welcome or what is fine, you know. But the thing
Mm,
is they quickly usher us to our room, no instructions, nothing. So it's like
mm.
I had to ask like, hey, what time is our swab test? What's going to happen and things like that, and nothing. So they just say no, stay in your room. And so basically, you know,
Were they
without any
polite? Were they polite? Were they polite?
okay,
Is there like Thai hospitality? No.
no, none at
Oh.
all.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean they were not rude. Okay,
mm,
the thing is they were not rude, but it's nothing like welcome and things. It's really just you get out of the van, they help you with the luggage, and off you go straight to your room. Yeah, I
mm,
think what the experience is also because we are not clear what time, what to do, you
mm,
know, so we are a bit lost. Yeah, and this swab test is something new to all of us. So I think it's good like we have some instructions. Yeah.
So you talk about your van, right? So for those who just join us, basically for the airport transfer of your hotel, right, they have two kinds. One is a private transfer. Of course, mine is a private transfer lah because I stay in Conrad Bangkok. Okay, I set a Toyota Camry. I have another friend Ray who actually just traveled I think before me like in November. He stayed in Sofitel So's Bangkok, and then of course that hotel even more expensive. He traveled in I think BMW 5 Series if I remember correctly.
Wow.
And then of course there is another option which is shared airport transfer. So I mean let's say if you are on this flight and then you have more than one or two packs or three packs going to the same hotel, then you will be all of you will be in the same van lah. But I think during this kind of pandemic, I think best will be go for private airport transfer lah, if can. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then that is for the airport transfer. Then talking about the PCR test in Bangkok. So if you heard from Hayan, hers is I think after you arrive you arrive at 9 a.m. right, and then you do the PCR at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
right.
So
Mm,
apparently there are two timings, 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. But
Mm,
from what I know, no flights will arrive, by 8 a.m. No, right? So from
mm,
Singapore. So I guess the earliest is 1 p.m. And like you
mm,
say, if you have to wait 9 hours, will be midnight. But the thing is,
mm,
yeah, we were not let out even after midnight. I mean, maybe, yeah, because there's a guard station downstairs. So if you want to leave, I guess he would say something also.
yeah. So yeah, that is for her hotel's arrangement for the PRCR test. So some hotels actually arrange with the, I mean, clinic or hospital to have certain timing whereby the nurses or doctors will come to the hotel to do the PCR test for you. Okay, whereas there are some which upon the airport pickup, right, they will drive you straight to the hospital to do a drive-through PCR test before they send you to the hotel for check-in. So yeah, these are differences which you really need to check when you book your hotel because all this plays a big difference. Here you're smiling so happily. Yeah. So yeah. So the airport transfer is something different. The PCR test is also something different. Yeah. So I think when you book a hotel, these are some of the things you really got to take note of. Mm,
I think the thing is, you don't want to spend so much money, right, for PCR tests and things like that. But looking at
mm,
all the hotels, so I guess the average will be 150 to
mm.
200 for
Actually,
the PCR test together with the airport transfer.
yeah. So now I think when you book the hotels, I think you might realize that how come like become more expensive than last time? It's because the PCR test and airport transfer is included in that price. So it will look slightly more expensive lah.
Yeah,
Because
almost
PCR test
double,
not
right?
cheap 100.
It's
Yeah,
almost double.
because
Mm.
PCR test is already like close to 100 Sing dollar. So yeah lor, if you convert to Thai baht will be 2,500 baht around there.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah lah. So you really got to take note. Okay.
But the
So
good thing
Huyan,
is when you come back, you can do
yeah,
ART. So when you come
yes.
back, you can do ART. You don't need to do PCR.
Mm. You did
Yeah.
your ART at the Suvarnabhumi airport also, right?
Oh yes, it was
Mm.
really fast.
Yeah.
Really, really fast. Yeah, but
So
I guess you can settle everything at the airport, and it's not expensive.
yeah, I think about 550 baht if I remember correctly.
Around there.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, and if you're wondering, that clinic actually is a 24 hours clinic in the airport. So very easy lah. If you don't want to spend your time in Bangkok to travel to another hospital or clinic I mean, that's before you fly, that can be an option for you. It's 24
Yep.
hours. All right. So Huyan, thank you so much for sharing your experience.
No
I hope all
problem.
those who are here heard what you say, and when they book hotel, will book a good hotel.
Yes. Hopefully. Thank you, Wilbur.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
All right. So it's now back to me alone. Okay. So I think you heard the real story from Huyan. Yeah. Unfortunately, she has to experience this. But okay. Now I will actually go through some hotels which I stayed during my previous trip. So it's very new, very updated. You don't have to worry that review is 2 years ago. All right, the review is brand new. All right, from me straight. Okay. Right, so let me go through the hotel according to the sequence that I stay. Okay, I was actually there, I think close to 3 weeks, I think. So okay, let me see if I can switch this thing. Not lah. Okay, anyway, I think you can see this screen, right? So I actually did my test and go with Conrad Bangkok. This is a five-star hotel. This hotel is located in Wireless Road, which is near to BTS Planchit. Okay, BTS Planchit. So as you can see, the price is from 6,800 baht Okay, and one thing I like about staying here, right, is that I mean, if you saw my reviews, the rooms are actually big, nice, clean. The toilet even come with the automated auto washlet. And then for the food, right, I actually like what do you call it, a hotel, room service. So I actually had pad thai for lunch, and then Thai fried rice for dinner. So I mean, of course, if you stay in a five-star hotel, the food will be up there of standard lah. Yeah. So yeah, you can see so mine was a private transfer via using a Toyota Camry, and then we went straight to um okay, I don't know how to pronounce the hospital name. It's a boom quite long lah. Okay, you can see the review. So it's a drive-through PCR test, and then after that they send me to the hotel to check in. So yeah, so that's basically for this Conrad Bangkok. And then after that I move on to where I stay, Patuan Princess. Okay, I actually stay in Patuan Princess, but I don't have any flyer from them. I actually tried contacting them, but I couldn't find anything. So anyway, if you're interested in staying in Patuan Princess, which I think many of you are a fan of that hotel, they do have test and go as well. So you can check out more details on our Facebook page. Um, in terms of location, is no need to say lah. You should know that it's next to MBK Center, just next to Siam. So it's very convenient if you want to be near to the shopping and all the whatever you want to do in Thailand. I think the location is very central. Yeah, so that's for Patuman Princess. And then moving on, I stayed at Montian Hotel, Montian Suwarong Hotel. So in Bangkok, I think there is two Montian Hotel. One is Montian Riverside, and another one is Montian Suwarong. Okay, so if you cannot see me, okay. So if you can see I mean the brochure, right? Uh, okay, they actually have day one and day five because this was taken before they changed the measures. But now you can just take a look at day one. So it's cheaper a bit at about 5,600 to 5,900. So if you want food, 5,900. If you just want to stay there and order Grab food, right? You can just pay 5,600. Okay, and then Montian Suwarong is located along Suwarong Road, which is near to Silom, Saladang, Samyan. So if you ask me what is there, it's near to the Wat Kuala Lumpur, which is the place that where many of you go to do the coffin donation. And then there's a new shopping mall, Samyan Midtown Samyan, which is connected to the MRT station also. And then if you are walking towards the BTS, is next to BTS Saladang. So in terms of location, it's just about 2 stops away from Siam. So actually from the hotel, if you take a taxi to MBK or Siam, right, it's just less than 5 minutes without any jam. So it's super near. And then this is a brand new renovated hotel, newly renovated hotel, which I really love because the hospitality is wow top notch, I think. And then the food there is also wow, the breakfast croissant is damn nice. Um, they are also famous for chicken rice, but then I'm sure all of you won't be going there to eat chicken rice, right? A lot of you like to argue with me to say that Singapore chicken rice is better, which I also think so, in a way. Um, yeah. So but if you are staying there, right, please go and try the French food from Param for Bistro, okay, by Chef Harvey. Okay, it's damn delicious. I will be posting the review of the hotel very, very soon. I think by this week, so you can see all the wow nice photos and videos from this hotel. I'm actually very, very impressed with this hotel. So in a way, if you think that this is too expensive for you, right, they have a budget, cheaper room, right, at the corner of the road, which is also owned by them. It's called 56 Warong. Okay, it's also newly renovated. So as from the picture, it looks good, right? Yeah, I haven't really stepped into the building before. but this is under Montian Hotel, so I think you should be assured of the quality as well lah. So location wise is just next door, same similar. Yeah. Okay, so this is for if you want to stay in Sidong Saladang area. Okay. And then next, if you want to stay in Hui Kwang Ratchada area, right? This is the hotel I stayed. Wow, I think you cannot see the. This is basically actually a Swiss Hotel Ratchada. It's a 5-star hotel along Hui Kwang Ratchada Road. So the price 6,500. As you can see, they all this like inclusive of PCR, airport transfer, breakfast. The breakfast there is also lots of options for you to choose. And then if you like to visit a very local night market, right? There is Hui Kwang Night Market is just nearby. 5 minutes walk away. And if you like to travel to Chatuchak or where Union Mall, all right, this hotel is very near because it's along, it's just next to a bit MRT Hui Kwang. Yeah, so very convenient if you want to stay within the area and travel via MRT. Okay, so this is Swiss Hotel Ratchada. This lobby is very massive, very huge hotel. Okay, and then moving on to another hotel on the riverside. Okay, this is Millennium Hilton Hotel. This hotel is, as I say, is along the riverside. If you want to get a beautiful view of the Bangkok Chao Phraya River, okay, this is the hotel you can stay. And this hotel very popular for what countdown. So if you go during countdown, right, wow, no space on there. I think you need to book like half a year to 1 year beforehand. Otherwise, you sure can't get any rooms there. But like what I say, is very near the riverside. It's just beside Icon Siam. Icon Siam is a new shopping mall in Bangkok. If you haven't visited, do check it out the next time. All right. So this is Millennium Hilton. Yeah, they also have a very nice rooftop bar at night. Very romantic. Yeah, very nice view of the Bangkok skyline. If you want to go for a romantic stay, I think you can consider this hotel. All right. Then moving on, I also stayed in Holiday Inn Express Siam. If you know where this hotel is also next to MBK, very near the MBK. In fact, beside BTS National Stadium. Okay. So I think of all the hotel I shown, right, this one should be the most affordable at 4,700 baht. Even though it's at this low price, right, the rooms are actually very clean. They also just renovated, so everything is nice and clean. Location wise, no need to say, it's also damn good. It's like just next to Siam National Stadium, BTS so near, and then there's a McDonald's downstairs also. 7-Eleven also less than 5 minutes walk away. So location wise, damn good. Then they also come with a complimentary breakfast. Of course, not as massive as the other hotels, but good enough for you to satisfy your stomach in the morning. All right, getting around, I think very easy lah for this hotel. No need to say. I think this hotel also super popular with Singaporeans lah. I think prior to COVID, I think a lot of you should have stayed in this hotel before. Okay, so yeah, so that is basically the hotels which I stayed during my previous trip. But of course, there are some other hotels which I stayed before, but not during this COVID pandemic. But I stayed before and I know their quality is good. Okay. So next, Novotel Airport. You might be asking why stay in the airport hotel? Okay. Because some of you might be doing a transit, so you might need to probably stay a few hours or one night, right? So if you are looking to stay at those capsule hotels in the underground of Suvarnabhumi Airport, right? I would recommend you to check out this hotel. Because if you are staying there for more than 12 hours, I think you stay in this Novotel Airport, it will be more affordable, more reasonable. And then if you look at the price, it's just 5,300 baht. And then upon checking in, right, you can check out 24 hours later. So some hotels, I mean, you don't have this option. If you check late, then of course you still check out at the same time, 12 p.m., right? But this hotel, whatever time you check in, you just plus 24 hours later, you check out. So it's a good deal, right? And then they have airport transfer straight from Suvarnabhumi Airport as well. So it's very convenient. Okay, so this is good if you are doing a transit in Bangkok. Okay, you can consider Novotel Airport, Suvarnabhumi. Then, okay, Hotel Indigo. This hotel is also on Wireless Road, near to Planchit also. This hotel, I think, I did a video before, a few years ago. So it's a very nice hotel, very cheap. And there's even a rooftop bar on top as well. So it's a good hotel to consider if you want to stay along Planchit Wireless Road. All right, the price is also yeah, not bad. Starts from 4,500. Oh, so low. Okay, to 6,800. Yeah, so it's quite good. Quite a good catch, this hotel, I would say. And then next, Movenpick Sukhumvit 15. So this is another hotel. I mean, if you like eat chocolate, right, you should stay in this hotel. Because from the brand, you would know that they also sell chocolate, right? Ice cream. And then during their, I think, tea break, right, there is a chocolate buffet, I think, if I remember correctly, every day. Yeah, so you can go and eat some free chocolate if you are there, lah. Okay. I mean, of course, after you get your negative result. Yeah. So if you're looking at staying near to Asok, Asok is like near to Terminal 21, right? So you can consider this hotel, Sukhumvit 15. Okay, so basically these are some of the hotels which I will recommend because I've stayed before. You don't need to worry about all the negative experience. All these hotels should be fine, relatively good, with good high hospitality. Um, and then another flyer from Intercontinental Pattaya. So if you don't want to fly, I mean, if you don't stay in Bangkok, you want to go straight to Pattaya, right? This is one option you can consider. So basically, they will pick you up from Suvarnabhumi Airport and then drive you straight to Intercon Pattaya. And then the price, okay, it's too small to see. Okay, and then I will upload this if any of you guys are interested, I will upload this so that you can have a better look at it. So basically, this will be a drive-through PCR test at Pattaya. All right. Okay. Let me see what other comments we have. Oh, Alex is asking, any Pratunam hotel? Sadly, right? I actually try to I didn't stay in Pratunam for my previous trip. But I did went there to do a Facebook Live, right? I think you guys saw. So I actually contacted some hotels in Pratunam, which are very popular hotels, right? 4 5 star Pratunam hotels. But unfortunately, none of them got back to me. None of them replied me. So sorry, I won't be able to share any hotels from Pratunam. Okay, because personally, I feel that I mean, replying to messages and queries on Facebook is very important nowadays, especially if I'm even asking information to share with all of you, my followers, right? But none of them actually bothered to reply me. So sadly, I won't be talking about them. Yeah, if they can't even reply my messages, right? Then I mean, if you book, who is going to reply you? Yeah. So I think in this period, all of us need to get a very uh live and updated information from the hotel itself. So I think this is a very important point. If any of you guys are from the hotel industry in Bangkok, do perhaps consider to make sure that your live chat session is working properly, or do make sure you reply customers fast. If you want to, I mean, get them to stay in the hotel. Wow, I see a lot of comments. Okay, let me scroll up and see what comments should I read. I mean, what you guys are asking. Oh, actually, I can scroll through here. Okay, so if you have any question, okay, this Facebook Live a bit lost off for me just now. Because I'm sharing with you the different hotels you can consider to stay, which are Definitely no problem one. Okay. So let me now go through the comments. Glenn says that now hotel transfer the van got plastic barrier. Yeah, I think most of the van or even cars, even mine the Toyota Camry, there's also a plastic barrier, which is a good touch. I would say. Hmm. Then actually, based on experience, what is the waiting time for? So for the PCR test, it takes around 8 to 10 hours. I mean, of course, they want to cover their backside, right? So 8 to 10 hours is the safe time lah. But of course, some I heard of friends who actually receive in 4 hours. So it really depends on the hotel. I mean, like if you listen to Hui Yan's story, she arrived in at 9 a.m. but she only can do a test at 1 p.m. So you 1 p.m. plus 8 hours will be nine o'clock, right? But then the hotel didn't let even at 9 o'clock, she got a result. The hotel didn't even notify or what. She just basically got to stay all the way 24 hours till 9 a.m. Before she get her result. So it's very important to book a good hotel. Hey, let me see what other comments. Oh yeah, Ray helped to reply. Usually about 8 to 10 from what they told me at Conrad Bangkok. But yeah, I think Ray also got it earlier, right? If I remember correctly. Some go to the level of the hotel and the open air. PCR. Actually, my PCR experience in hotel quite pleasant. Like I mean the one I did in Singapore was more rough, but in Bangkok it's actually quite pleasant. They like I mean more gentle I would say. Me, I know the location of airport ART test. So uh okay the location is actually below the arrival hall. No, below it's the same area as the taxi. I mean the place where you take the taxi, right? So they actually have a like container outside a booth where you can do your ART test before flying back to Singapore. So yeah, that is at about 550 baht. Opens 24 hour, so you can go and check them out. They have heated pool. Which one? I think Hi Kai, which hotel you referring to? I think it should be the Novotel Airport, is it? Glen, cheaper hotel give type. Yeah. I think of course you stay in five-star hotel, you get better food lah. So really depends lah. Of course there are some good four-star hotels which I recommended. Yeah, so you can check them out. If not good, you ask to go and name and call the hotel. Now still need to apply for Thailand Pass. Yes. Now you still need to apply for Thailand Pass. The only changes is that you only need to do PCR test on day one in Thailand. No longer need to do on day 5. The day 5 is they have changed it to a self ATK test. So you do it your own to make sure that you're I mean COVID negative. Can post all these pamphlet. Yes, actually posted all these flyers in one of our posts I think a few weeks ago. So you can actually check them out again. Just scroll up in our Facebook page. You'll be able to see all this information. Yeah. Would like to ask the price is per night. Okay, so for some of the flyers, right, you see are actually for one packs, but of course for two packs you just need to top up a little more. It's cheaper than getting 2 rooms. Yeah, so you can actually check them out. Yeah, see fireworks if countdown. That hotel very hard to get. Yeah. So this is a place to apply your Thailand pass. Do ensure you have 3 to 7 days for them to process. Okay, don't yeah. 5 day self ART or taking ART from hotel. So in the past you need to go and stay at the hotel on day 5, okay, to do your PCR test. Okay, but now The day 5 is just a self ART test, which you can do on your own anywhere. All right. We must review Bangkok Marriott Tonglo in 2 weeks. Oh, you review lor. I never go, so I cannot review. I cannot see the quality. Quick question: my friend are flying on day 5. So yeah, day 5. I mean, if they are flying off, then no need to do the test anymore. So they can just fly back. Yeah. How about holiday in Bangkok? Lin, what about Holiday Inn? Yeah, I stay at Holiday Inn Express Siam. Um, oh, good question. Who's own ATK, ART kit? Um, so by right, the hotel should issue you with a ART kit. Okay. It's inclusive in the package lah for your booking of the 24 hours day one test. So yeah, of course you can use your ART kit to test as well. But do make sure that they give you the additional ATK test kit lah, so you can, I mean, test also. How about Grande Centrepoint, Sukhumvit 55, Tonglo? Okay, I haven't stayed in this hotel before, but I guess the Centrepoint group is quite good, quite reliable. So I prefer to stay in Centrepoint or Plunchit, I think, or Wireless Road. Yeah. So that is quite good as well. So that one, no worries lah. Okay. Taking photo of ART negative result in app. So by right, I think you should upload the results to an app. Okay, but during my time there, the app didn't work. Okay, so I just did my test. I take a photo alongside with my passport and kept it on my phone to ensure that I have these results in case somebody asks me. Yeah, so you can check with the hotel where to update this as well when you go there. Okay. Next, how about Globe Platinum? Yeah, as I mentioned, this is one of the hotel which I actually reached out to, but none of them replied me. So yeah, I'm not sure about the hotel updates. I mean, I stayed before many years ago. The rooms are very spacious. Yeah, and yeah, that's all I can say. I haven't gone through their, stay during the COVID period. Oh yeah, yes, by right, you need to upload the ATK result from Mochana app on day 5. Any of you in Bangkok now and you have done this on the Mochana app? Because when I did and when I was in Bangkok, the app wasn't working. So if any of you know, you can let me know. The price is per person. Yes, the price is for per person. But if you have, your husband, your boyfriend with you, you just got to top up a bit more. So it varies from hotel to hotel. So you got to double check your hotel. Mm. Is Novotel Bangkok Platinum? Yeah, I guess they should be under SHA plus plus as well. I'm assuming you are going there to shop at Platinum, right? So you want to stay at that hotel. Yeah, it's like just next door to Platinum. But the Platinum Wing 2 is actually closed. The one which links directly to Novotel Bangkok Platinum. But of course, the main wing is open. So if you are intending to shop there, do take note lah. Joey, need to take PCR before coming back to Singapore. No, you don't have to take PCR when you come back to Singapore. You can just take the ART or ATK, which is similar lah, just different naming convention. Yeah, you can do that before you fly back to Singapore. And then of course, when you arrive in Singapore, you also no need to do PCR test in Singapore. Really, you just have to go to supervised ART station anywhere in Singapore within 24 hours to make sure that you are negative lah. Yeah, Ellie, I've actually posted all the flyers before on our page, so you can scroll and check them out. Can we choose to stay at the same hotel instead of switching hotel? Yes, of course. You can stay at the same hotel. So I mean, more convenient, right? Let's say if you are staying there for 5 days, might as well just stay at the hotel for 5 days. Yeah. So of course, the price will be different because what I show you is the day one prices, right, which is inclusive of the PCR test, the airport transfer, and the self ATK test kit. So of course, the price will be higher. So yeah, for that you can book directly with the hotel. But of course, if some of you still want to book via Agoda or trip.com or hotel.com to earn points, you can still proceed to do so. But of course, if you want to communicate with the hotel conveniently directly, then of course booking direct with them will be much easier lah, convenient. And then sometimes they might even upgrade you to a better room. Yeah, this is usually the case because for all the other portals, they have to pay a commission to them, right? So I mean, if you book direct with them, rather than giving them the commission, they could upgrade you, so you might get a better experience staying at the hotel. Yeah, but of course, then again, really up to you lah. See whether you want to earn points or you want to. I mean, maybe yeah, not definitely, maybe get a free upgrade. Yeah. Think, how about return? Do we need PCR? Yeah, I just mentioned no need PCR anymore. Just do ART in Bangkok before flying back to Singapore. Hotel Bangkok Platinum is between 4 to 6 hours. Can be done in a hotel. Yeah, some hotels actually arrange with. I mean, some hotels is actually like half hotel and half hospital now. So I mean the PCR test it can do in a hotel also. So yeah, maybe might be faster also lah. How about insurance for coming to Thailand? So you have to buy the insurance. Last time it needs to be coverage of minimum 50,000 USD dollar, but now they reduce it to USD 20,000, so it's lower. Which means the premium you pay will be lower as well lah. So you can check out the links from our website, which we have posted already. What happens if tested positive on day one PCR? That means you will start in Bangkok already. Yeah, so it really depends also. If your hotel is working with a hospital, or if your hotel is a part hotel, part hospital, then of course you stay in the hotel. Otherwise, maybe they might send you to the hospital. It really depends on the hotel and your insurance that you bought. Yeah, so there's no fixed answer to this. It really depends on the hotel which you book plus the insurance that you buy. So yeah, do double check with your hotel which you book lah. That's all I can say because there's no fixed answer for this. So if day five I'm supposed to come back, then when I take the ART test kit. If you're coming on back on day five, then most actually no need to take the AT kit or ART test anymore. But of course, to play safe, of course, better to test every day lah. So by right, you need to upload on Mochana app. But if the app doesn't work, then you just take a photo, keep it with you, in case somebody asks lah. Yeah. Is it a must to book VTL flight to and fro? So VTL flights is only for Bangkok to Singapore. For Singapore to Bangkok, there's no VTL flight, so it's just a normal flight. Okay, as long as you got your Thailand pass approved, you can fly into Thailand. But if you want to come back via VTL flight, you have to do it from Bangkok. Yeah, from Bangkok. I've checked with Singapore Airlines that we can book any departure flight from Bangkok from Singapore into Bangkok. Yeah, so if you fly into Bangkok, you can just book any flight. You won't have an option to choose a VTL flight to Bangkok. It's only for Bangkok to Singapore. Yeah, so prefer to book directly with the hotel. Yeah, I think nowadays, especially during this COVID period, better to really double check with hotel with all the requirements. So both of them easier lah, because you need to check things like the airport transfer, which I mentioned. There are two kinds, uh, shared and private. And then for your PCR test, where to do it? Is it a drive-through or is it a hotel? Or is it you have to wait at a certain timing to do a test? Yeah, all this plays a big part in your trip to Bangkok. Yeah, you got to plan properly if there's a difference to all that. Yeah, so now the easiest way to enter Thailand is actually through via the test and go scheme. Okay, yeah, because using the sandbox, you really got to stay at let's say if you go to Phuket, then you got to stay at Phuket for 7 days off before you can travel out of Phuket. So with a test and go, just use test and go. Much more easier. Mm, yeah, just bring the ART test kit just in case. Yeah. So yeah, if there are any questions, what's the time now? Wow, 1 hour already. Okay, so I think I have yeah done what I wanted to share. Basically to update you guys on the new test and go scheme, which was just revised on 1st March. Um, then just run through again lah. So basically, for the test and go scheme, right now they have changed to just booking of the SHA plus pass hotel for day one only. So a day one package of test and go is inclusive of a hotel, 24-hour stay, plus PCR, plus airport transfer, plus ART or ATK test kit. Okay, all in one price. So as per the flyer which you saw, it ranged from 4,500 baht to 7,000 baht. If I remember correctly, yeah. And then insurance also reduced the minimum coverage to 20,000 USD. So I think a premium will be lower as well. So yeah, that are the two main changes lah. So before you fly into Thailand, you got to do a PCR test in Singapore. Fly there already, do another PCR test. Day 5, just do ATK. Then before you fly back, you can do ATK. And then in Singapore, you also do ATK. So I think the cost significantly reduced by a bit with the reduction PCR test. So of course, hopefully, um, in a few months' time, maybe they will do away with PCR test or even test and go. Hopefully, you can just fly in as per normal. Yeah, then that will be much more easier lah. Because I understand that a lot of you with even with such restrictions, or even with test and go, you still find it a hassle to really travel because of all the additional tests, all the additional PCR tests, the 8 hours to 10 hours quarantine. So yeah, I understand some of you why you still don't travel because of all this. Yeah, so hopefully the respective authorities will make the changes soon. All right. If there's any changes, of course we will update you guys on our platform. So you do make sure you have subscribed and follow us on our platform on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Do click the bell button so that you'll be notified uh, whenever we have updates. So if you have any other questions, do leave it down in the comments. Still got a bit of time. I'll stay here for another 4 more minutes. Yeah, to answer any questions. Glenn, prepare all the documents in a file for the course going to exam. Yeah, so actually now upon arrival in Suvarnabhumi Airport or whichever, uh, before you go to immigration, there will be a counter whereby they will check all your documents. So better to have all your documents ready lah. I mean, get them printed out. The Thailand pass approval, get them printed out. Your vaccination cert, your passport, everything. Make sure they are ready for checking lah. So after they have checked, and then you can proceed to the immigration to do the usual. And then oh yeah, at the immigration, right? Let's say you are staying for 10 days. Okay, let's say. Then of course, when you fill in the immigration card, you want hotel, right? But then if you are not staying in the same hotel, if you are changing hotel, please make sure you have the documents to show that you are going to change hotel and where you are staying, okay? Because the officers actually are quite strict on that. They actually want you to list down all the hotels which you'll be staying during your stay. Yeah. So at least I think have at least one or two or three hotels ready if you are going to stay in Thailand for more than a week. Yeah. Fully vaccinated considered if 2 doses. Yes. If you take 2 doses, then you are fully vaccinated. Yeah, you can enter Thailand. Yeah. So after that, then you can proceed to collect your luggage. And then if you need to get a SIM card, right, all the telco counters actually shifted inwards. So after the baggage area, you can immediately see all the telcos. They are no longer at the exit point, so they have shifted in already. So yeah, you got to buy your SIM card there lah. And then so when you exit from when you clear the what you call that, um, the baggage clearance area, um, then you will see all the hotels over there at the pickup at the meeting point. So you just go and look for your hotel, and then they will get the airport transfer to send you to your hotel or your drive-through PCR test. So basically, that's the new procedures regarding ART flying upon flying back to Singapore. No, for the okay, before you fly back to Singapore, right, the ART that you do, you need to go to a clinic or hospital because they will issue you with a certificate which is required when you check in at the counter. So this one is not a self ART or ATK, okay, supervised one, which they will give you a cert to show that you are fit to fly. Okay. So yeah, do take note of this. Right. So I think we have answered all the questions already. I hope you find this live session useful. So any of you here flying to Thailand anytime soon? But now left about 24 of you here only lah. So not a lot of you here. Anyway, those who watch the live later on also won't be watching all the way until here, I believe. So yeah, so I think Kylie, going in April. Wow, 13 to 16 March. Okay, cool. I hope all of you got your Thailand pass approved already. Yeah, if you haven't, yeah, do make sure do note that they take about 3 to 5, no, sorry, 3 to 7 working days. Actually, not working days, 3 to 7 days, they say. 3 to 7 days for them to process. I heard some of them actually got it approved like within an hour or so, but actually mine was almost until the 7th day, yeah, on the last day. So it really depends. If you're lucky, you get it approved immediately. Otherwise, you got to wait for 7 days. But just make sure you have a buffer, if you want to travel to Thailand. And hi, can you keep this live? I want to watch the playback if possible. Of course, of course. In fact, most of our live session, I think 99% we keep it. We usually don't delete our live session because I think all this information are very useful to all of you. But of course, if you're lazy to watch everything, then you'll find the live a bit lost all. Mine was 2 to 3 days approved. Wow, that's fast. Mine was 7 days. So sad. I also heard some like immediately approved already. So I guess the number of visitors going to Thailand now also increased. So maybe they have additional manpower already, perhaps. So it'll be faster. So those who are going, which hotel have you all booked? Are you all staying in any hotel which I mentioned? In fact, I think I should be returning to Thailand at the end of March to April, I think. Yeah, so I will continue to bring you guys updates from Thailand. Otherwise, of course, you will also see updates from Singapore, which are Thai related. Uh, for those who still can't travel to Thailand. Oh, Novotel Bangkok Platinum. Yeah, the hotel is good. Just that I find it a bit too small. In terms of the size of the room. Other than that, the room is clean and nice. Miss the hotel you mentioned we're staying at. Wow, a lot of people stay Platinum. Then again, Platinum is Singapore's favorite area. But as I mentioned, unfortunately, when I reached out to the popular Platinum hotel, none of them actually got back to me, which I find it a bit frustrating lah. Because if I want to get information and you don't give me any information, then I got to go with another hotel already. So yeah, miss the hotel you mentioned. Where can we do guided ART if you have any idea? So for the ART, supervised ART, you can find some clinics or hospital around Bangkok. You just search on Google, you can find some of them. Pricing wise also different. But for me, I did it at Suvarnabhumi Airport on the day of my flight. So my flight was what time? I forget my flight time. I think 12 o'clock. So maybe I arrived at Suvarnabhumi at about 9 plus 10. So I did my ART test there. And it was very fast, damn fast. Yeah, so the process was very smooth. So that will be my recommended thing to do lah. But if you have a lot of free time, because I don't have much free time, and my time's super packed, so I need to make full use of my time. But if you have free time, of course you can go to a hospital or clinic the day before to do a test in the hospital or clinics. Yeah. The end. Is it true a lot of time markets are now not open? Okay. In fact, a few of them closed down. So the famous art box closed. Talat Neon at Platinum also closed. But oh yeah, the Talat Road 5 Rachada also closed, but they shifted to a new location. So they closed and revived, came back again. So they are now at Ramanai. So the MRT station to access last time was Thailand Cultural Center, right? So now you just got to take to MRT Param 9 station, Param Kau, which is Param 9. So you just exit the MRT station, you take a 5 to 10 minutes walk, and you will see the brand new night market. And they are no longer called Talarot Farachada, they are called Jot Fest. We actually have a Facebook Live from there as well. You can check out our Facebook Live video in December. Yeah, December. So you can scroll and see the video. It's quite a nice night market, modern, clean, nice. But if you want to get the same vibes as the old Talarot Farachada, then it's a bit different. They don't have the containers where a lot of people can like drink beer and all that, right? So this one is more like modern and neat and clean. Yeah, it's worth checking out that new night market. Quite nice. Quite nice. A lot of food to eat. Yeah. There's more food than shopping lah. Just got to say that. I'm gonna try the Holiday Inn Express you mentioned this June. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, they just renovated the room, so it's like new, and then location wise, no need to say just very good location. Hmm. Do they have live bands there? Yes. So unlike Singapore, Thailand they have actually like sort of resumed some live bands, but yeah, not in full force lah, but sort of resumed already. Then I think same as Singapore, I think you got to finish drinking by 11 p.m. 11 p.m. 12 a.m. Singapore time lah. Okay, so yeah, but of course you can no longer drink till over midnight. So you can only stay outside till about 11 p.m. for drinks wise lah. Of course, you want to continue drinking at hotel, then you got to buy before the cut-off time at 7-Eleven. Yeah. Can I depart on the fourth day instead of staying 7 days in Bangkok? Oh, of course, you can depart on the fourth day. There's no rules to say that you need to stay 7 days in Bangkok. Yeah, because the test and go scheme got no, I mean, there's no limit that like 7 days you will be stuck in Bangkok. Yeah, so I mean, depart is depart back to Singapore or travel out to other provinces. So via the test and go scheme, after you get your negative result, you are actually free to go to any province or city in Thailand really. You don't need to wait any days to travel around. Can we apply the Thailand pass in advance? As long as you have all the documents required, which is the hotel confirmation, the insurance, uh, you get your vaccination cert. So you get all these documents ready, then you can proceed to apply your Thailand pass. No, the main thing is basically the hotel booking and the insurance. Yeah, as long as you have all this information, right? And then do make sure that you when you save, right, you save it as JPEG format, okay? Because you can't upload PDF format in the system. From what I know last time lah, I don't know whether they update now already. But I think I need to do Thailand pass soon, so I'll let you guys know when I do that. But anyway, just have all your documents in that format. It will be very, very convenient. Otherwise, you will need to spend time to convert from your computer. Yeah. So Thailand pass takes about 3 to 7 days, okay, for approval. Hmm. Yeah. So in any case, I hope this session will help you to pick a good hotel to stay. Yeah, you have heard life story from my friend about what can go wrong with the test and go hotel if it's not good. I mean, if they don't adhere to the rules properly, because during your test and go, you are not allowed to leave your room. So apparently, she can leave her room to get the grab food, which is totally wrong. Yeah. So I think, yeah, you really got to make a good decision in terms of picking your hotel. Hmm. Can I have the link to apply Thailand pass again? Okay, let me scroll up. I think somebody helped me to post now. Anyway, if you miss this live session, you can go to our website, ourmamak.com slash okay, wait. Okay, our mamak. Okay, let me type here. Hmm, wrong. Wow. So you can go to this website. All the links are there. I have links to booking a flight by Singapore Airlines lah. So Thai Airways they also do some flights but not as frequent as Singapore Airlines. So but you can check them out. Singapore Airlines, Scoot, Thai Airways. I think Jetstar maybe also have. Then booking of SHA plus plus hotel. I also have the website link whereby I can see all the hotels which are SHA plus plus certified. But of course, you also can go to the preferred hotel to their Facebook page to see if they are SHA plus plus certified. That will be much easier lah, rather than going through the whole list. And then insurance. I have two links, so you can check out and compare the prices. Depends on what you want to cover. So yeah, after all that is done, you can just go to Thailand Pass to apply. I mean the website to apply your Thailand Pass. Yeah. Let me see any more comments. The hotel phone. Check the hotel phone is working as I encounter. So your hotel phone also not working well, same as my friend Hui. Luckily, my Conrad Bangkok, the phone working well. I need to call them to order my food. You mean must book hotel, buy insurance first before? Yes, you need to get all this done before you can apply Thailand pass. Otherwise, confirm plus chop rejected. Okay, so you need to make sure you book your hotel already, buy the insurance already, then you apply your Thailand pass. Okay, because even though you buy insurance already, right, you never attach the correct page, or if you never attach the correct page that they want, then your Thailand pass is also rejected. By the way, that's what happened to my friend also. So you got to book the hotel already, buy the insurance, and then attach all the relevant documents in the Thailand pass. Okay, because if I think especially for the insurance, if you never attach the correct page, right, to show the coverage and all that, then they will reject your Thailand pass. But of course, if you get rejected, then you immediately send them the updated copy lah. You will be, I mean, they will change the status to approve. I mean, if your insurance is genuine and real lah. If you fake one, then too bad. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Wow, those I say 5 minutes now become 15 minutes. Okay, so thank you so much for joining today's live. Yeah, if you want to know more about what we've just talked, you can watch the replay later on. Yeah, the insurance is just for COVID coverage. Yeah, COVID coverage. I think sort of like travel insurance also lah. Is it a long queue to show dogs at BKK or whatever? No, not very long. Quite fast actually. Very, very fast. By the time when I go in December, also not a lot of travelers lah. So, but I think this time maybe have a bit more. But I'm sure that they are. I mean, they have enough manpower to complete the whole process fast. I believe so. Yeah. So after you exit from the airplane, just make sure you have the. I mean, like what Glenn mentioned, have a folder with all the documents inside, ready to show to them at the what they call it, the counter to check all your Thailand pass documents before they allow you to proceed to the immigration counter. Again, immigration counter, make sure you list down all the hotels that you are staying in your immigration form. Okay. This way, then you can exit the immigration damn fast. If you never fill in properly, then they drag you another 5 minutes. Yeah, and then you'll be last to collect your package. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you want to know more about this video, you watch the replay. If you want to see the flyers, scroll down a few posts below. You should be able to see all the flyers. Those are the recommended hotels which I stayed during my previous trip. And those, I mean, I have friends in the hotel industry as well. So yeah, which I have stayed in their hotels before, and so I'm assured of their quality of the hotel. Yeah. So those that are not mentioned, I wouldn't be safe to assure that they are all right, but I think most of them should be fine as long as it's an international brand, is a established Thai local brand, then should be fine. Just as what Hui En mentioned, try to read their reviews before you book. If you book a hotel which I didn't recommend before, then do read the reviews lah. I think like a lot of you mentioned that you're staying at Novotel Platinum. I think that's a good choice, safe choice. Yeah. So if you want to do shopping there, then yeah. In case you are wondering if Platinum is open, yeah, happy to announce that majority of the shops are actually open now. Because in the past we saw some photos and videos to show that wow, almost like half of all the shops are closed, right? The time I went back, I think about 80 to 90% already reopened already. So Platinum is like back to normal. Then Pratunam Market, no need to say forever. A lot of people want. Yeah. So some places in Bangkok, there's a change. Yeah, but some places, I think shopping area all no change. Union Mall also reopened already. Terminal 21 as usual open, and Quartier. So yeah, all these, as long as locals are there, right, they will be okay. They will still be surviving. Yeah. Okay, I think no more questions already. So if you have any other question, you can comment. I mean, PM us or what. Yeah. And then as usual, do look out for our updates from Thailand or Singapore. And thank you so much for staying with us. We appreciate your support as always. Okay. So thank you. And stay safe in Singapore. A lot of my friends all get COVID within these few days. Yeah. So I think wow, COVID is like everywhere in Singapore. So yeah, do stay safe and take care. Thank you for joining us. See you in the next video. Bye bye.